Welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find surface area of a cylinder. So as you can see, a real cylinder is a three-dimensional shape that looks like this. That is the top of it, and this here, for example, is the bottom of it. And then there is also, as you can see, what we call the lateral area. Here it's shown using grid paper, and it kind of looks like this in 3 dimensions. So how do you actually turn this into some kind of math so that you can understand, for example, if I wanted to paint this, how much paint should I buy? I want to get the area of the outside. So I'm going to do that right now. Take a look. Begin with this, and first look at the top here. So I'm going to pop that open like I can basically, and you see that this here is a circle, and that symbol there is meant to be the letter R for radius, and that the circumference of this top circle is the same as the circumference over here. You see that? It's the same distance around here. Now if you flip this over, there's another circle right here. So that's also R for radius, and then that circumference would also be, for example, 2 pi r. So that would be 2 pi r, the distance around the circle. When you open it, that distance there would also be 2 pi r. That doesn't change. It's the same as for the circle. You see when you close them, they overlap perfectly. To get the area, you see that already this consists of what appears to be 2 circles. And then after that, we somehow have to unwrap the area around the cylindrical part here. So let's do that next. I have a tape, so it's pretty easy. I'm going to work on that a little bit now. And when I unwrap it, it looks like this. So when I look at it here, you see that basically what we have now is a rectangle. This is the rectangular part right here. And then you have 2 circles. So if you were to write a formula for this, it's pretty easy, right? You would say pi r squared for the top, pi r squared for the bottom, because those would be the areas of the top and the bottom circles. And remember, when I close this, that whatever the circumference is of the top circle, that value, 2 pi r, is equal to the length of this edge right here, 2 pi r. That's also 2 pi r. Let me mark that. So that's 2 pi r. And for example, the height here could be just h, whatever that is. So I'm just going to mark by saying here h. So lastly, to write the entire formula, what you would have basically is the following. Take a look. You would have pi r squared for the top circle. That would be 1. That there would be pi r squared for the bottom circle, the second one. It would also be the area of this rectangle. So that area, the way you find the area of any rectangle, would be the following. 2 pi r, which is the length of that edge, times the h. And after that, you just add up all of these areas to get the total surface area. So you would have pi r squared plus pi r squared plus 2 pi r times h. And that's it. So now let's write the actual, total area. So I'm going to say here pi r squared plus pi r squared, top and bottom circles, plus the area of the rectangle. So that's 2 pi r times h, and usually then this is simply written as 2 pi r squared. So the 2 simply tells us there are 2 circles. That's all it means, nothing else. And then 2 pi r times h, and that's it. Remember that this here represents this dimension of the rectangle. The h is the height, and that's the reason for this particular formula when you deal with cylinders. And that's it. If this has been helpful, please leave a like.